If somebody was trying to sell you on a utopia, would you believe it? Would you follow them to this place? This new utopia? Well, there's a small unincorporated town along the Ohio River in Claremont County. This is in Ohio. It was founded in 1844 by the followers of Charles Fourier. He was a person that believed in a utopia, and many of his beliefs you would probably say they were socialist or communist compared today. He set up something called the Claremont Phalanx, and his writings inspired his readers to create their own utopian society, which is why they called the area Utopia. The original people, the sect that started the town, believed that the world would enter a 35,000-year-long period of peace, and that in order to achieve this enlightenment, they have to live in a commune with each other. Fourier's followers had attracted several families, very wealthy, to live in Utopia for a fee of $25 a year. The residents built a 30-room communal brick house and many private dwellings. But 2 years later, the money was all gone and the people were all gone. So all of this land and the buildings that were built by the original Utopians were sold to John Otis Wattles, who was a leader of a group of spiritualists. Now, these people were originally Quakers, John Wattles was, and he married a woman that was part of a Quaker sect called the Quakers. And these were spiritualists who did not believe while originally the Quakers were Christians, these were not Christians, and they did not believe in the divinity of Christ, but they did believe in spiritualism. So after the followers of John O. Wattles moved in, he decided that in order for them to move one of the main buildings down closer to the Ohio River. This was despite the warnings of the locals who said that the river would often flood. But Wattles and his spiritualists moved the town hall, brick by brick, to right at the river's edge. The structures, including an underground church, where secret rituals were practiced, were completed in early December of that year, and the timing could not have been worse. Unfortunately, that was mere days before one of the biggest floods of the 19th century. They were all gathered inside for the party on the evening of December 13th, 1847, but the dancing was interrupted when a flash flood collapsed the walls, drowning 150 of the 156 people inside. Wattles somehow survived. Today, the riverbank is said to be haunted by the ghosts of the spiritualists killed in the flood of 1847. Residents have seen them walking out of the water. There's strange lights moving near the water, on the water. Ohio has erected a historical marker designating this Utopia in 2003. There's an underground church across the street where the Wattles people would practice their rituals. John Wattles' stone house is visible, supposedly haunted, as the riverbank is, by ghosts and angry followers. But now it's said that while people were able to go down into the underground church, now the stairway has collapsed and no one goes down there any longer. Because of its proximity to the Ohio River, many believe that the underground church and this area was used for the Underground Railroad, and there is some evidence of that. Ohio was a main thoroughfare on the Underground Railroad for the people to get from parts south and to get up into Canada, which may also add to some of the hauntings and more of the unsettled feeling in the area, not knowing how many people survived crossing the Ohio River once they got here from the south and trying to make their way to Canada. The site of the original meeting house is now underwater, as the Ohio River's width has had more than doubled in the last 100 years. In the mid-19th century, social communes were fashionable. This was during the Second Great Awakening in the United States and the world. All of these social communes failed, but none quite as spectacularly as the one in Utopia. Maybe this shows that there is no utopia on Earth, but I think we can safely say there isn't one in Utopia, Ohio.